Alrighty, welcome on in to a Honkai Star Rail video. We are trying to work through some of these missions. Mission list. Oh, no. It doesn't like to come up half the time. But we have all these companion missions where we're going to kind of work through these in video series. We're going to start with some Hertas. You got Dawn After Dark series, Slice of Life Before Furnace, and we'll just kind of slowly work through the list. I'm sure this will expand as it goes, and the objective is to always shorten the list. This is basically this one actually got started while trying to hit a different mission. But, this is something about the Professor Capote. We gotta go seek information about him.
The Antimatter Legion barely missed me, and that's when I saw your faces. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be standing here today.
Long live Master Capote!
Looks skeptical and scoff.
Still troubled? You must be ill. You look...
I look pale. Oh, crap. The wrong
The
man.
Antimatter Legion barely missed me, and... Aha! I see you no longer look troubled. There was only
I
one
guess you
word
have to
describe
nod in
your
approval for
expression.
this.
Enlightenment. Such is the power of my rhetoric. It creates an energy that uplifts the soul.
Yeah. Creates an energy that
Arlan?
high on crack.
Yes, I know him. After all, my calling is to light up the heart of every person on the space station. As to his current location, forgive me, but I cannot tell.
Insert
Lying.
dramatic pause and sudden drama here.
Everyone knows the most important word in my life is principle. Huh? Without principle, what difference would there be between a person and a mechanical arm?
Lots.
Wait a minute. Last time he said the most important word in his life was illumination.
Ooh.
We need to update Master Capote's life wiki. This will be version 12.0 of his life keywords.
So he keeps changing his mind that much?
Anyway, I do not lie. I can tell you that I did indeed meet Arlan recently, and I know where he went. Regrettably, I already swore on my life that I, Capote, would never tell anyone Captain Arlan's secret.
Did he go masturbate or something? Like, is it that bad? Exaggerate the urgency and importance of the situation. Well, the dude is self-centered and egotistical. We're going with the
Like
bottom.
You already know what kind of person I am. Captain Arlan had a similar expression to yours when he found me. He was anxious and desired an answer, but answers are not easy to give. Besides, he wanted to master a trial of the heart that would thoroughly change him, and that would be even more difficult. You can't even imagine the difficulty of the trial. I was tired merely from the act of imitating that way of talking with him. Thankfully, he... no more.
His words match Arlan's work plan records. Seems like he does have key information.
I didn't say that. Did you mishear it? What I said was, life is a trial, and you need to be true to yourself.
Double backing on himself.
I know nothing about anything you said about Captain Arlan. I need to head to a meeting now. Can we talk later?
I can't let him get away like this. If he doesn't want to tell me, then...
connotation.
Don't joke about that. Promotions have a strict assessment process. I did hear that the space station gives special benefits to morally upstanding researchers, but those are just rumors. Even the oldest staff have never witnessed it.
Stop looking down on Master Capote! He's not the kind of person you think he is.
No, he's crazy and psychotic.
Master Capote's Life Wiki version 4.0. Master Capote doesn't care about rank. Everyone knows that.
Even if you promoted Master Capote to acting lead researcher, he wouldn't tell you about the trial.
Indeed. I won't forsake my precious morality for something so base. How could you think up something so terrible? You're not just lost, my friend. You've completely strayed from the narrow path. I need to give you a thorough education on human ethics. We'll need to sit down and go over it slowly.
Are you hitting on me?
No need to bother Master Capote. We'll fix this injustice for you ourselves.
Been surrounded by Master Capote's fan club and listened to a frustrating long lecture.
Wow, the cringe is strong. I need to remember what I came here for.
Yes, the cringe is strong. These guys are very...
They went through everything with you? I'm sure you reflected deeply on your actions. Well, I'll pretend I never heard the things you said. Think before you act in the future, please. Of course, if you haven't reflected enough, we can always talk more in
He's hitting on me.
Right now, I need to hurry to a meeting.
I can't let him get away like this.
All right,
Dare to utter such a threat?
let's get rid of him.
Listen here. Leaving aside the fact that you don't have the right to dismiss me, I wouldn't yield even if lead researcher Asta. No, if Madame Herta herself commanded me. Why not threaten to kill me while you're at it? I've said it once and I'll say it again. I will not yield.
Master Capote is so courageous. We're so lucky to be his fans.
He said the exact same thing when he promised Captain Arlan.
Yes, the part about not yielding. It's making me tear up.
I'm gonna print out the transcript of the conversation as soon as I get back today. The fan club needs to recite and memorize it.
Oh my gosh.
Transcript. They recorded Arlan's conversation with Capote? I didn't think a clue like that would suddenly pop up. This is the one who mentioned the transcript.
Hey, you've been talking Master Capote's ear off this whole time. Do you want to join the fan club?
I bet you do. You wouldn't have known about Captain Arlan's meeting with Master Capote unless you had an interest.
You even memorized the internal testing content for version 12.0 of Master Capote's Life Wiki.
Oh my word, you guys are
Must be one
crazy.
of those super fans that stayed under the radar. We've been careless.
We're on the same side after all. Here, this is our latest welcome bundle for new members of the fan club. And I'll toss in an updated version of Master Capote's Life Wiki.
Oh boy.
He looks really cool in the new limited edition snapshots.
Why are these guys so obsessed with him? Never figure that out.
Think of the space station as your home.
We got lots of clues.
What happened to you, Arlan? Why did you have to get that sleazy Capote to help you with a trial? Yeah,
Through the materials.
that's our starting point.
Life Wiki.
Even the space station handbook doesn't get updated this frequently. Is this an audio transcript?
I got done. You have to get in the roll. I'm sorry for this. Just... Alright, come on, master. Can't. So, let's see. What the hell?
Looks like a candid shot, but there's a figure that's not quite in the shot.
So Arlan did go to see Professor Capote.
This handwriting, against the scorching sun, a beautiful flower will never endure. Within my fair embrace, my love for you is tender and pure. Yuck, so slimy. It does sound like Capote. So, trial of the heart means knowing how to deal with an overbearing boss.
Asta.
So that's how Arlan sees me. I need to talk to him. Let's hurry up and find him. Peppy, it's your turn.
Alright, puppy. Where's the puppy? Peppy. Peppy. Oh. We had to shift zones. There you are, Peppy. Oh boy, looks like some excitement up ahead. Someone's having a party without us.
That's Dan Hung and the security department staff. There are still remnants of the Antimatter Legion in the space station.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Yeah, which team I got built? Got so many teams now.
That'll take more than...
Too late to repent.
How many
Yeah,
enemy
because he's dead.
Strike apart.
Ready to lose yours? You can fight it or rock with it.
Oh my. Yeah.
The best is yet to come.
What are you doing here? Then be careful. There's still Legion remnants in the area. Arlan isn't here right now, so we need to step up the space station security. Spare no effort and stay focused.
Yes, Brother Don Hung.
Yes,
You just saw
he's
Arlan?
with March. But
Really?
I suggest you don't bother him. He's given himself a personal trial.
Brother Arlan's special trial? He's a man among men, a lion among tigers. He's already reached great heights, but still he wants to improve.
That trial. I bet it's even more intense than physical training. And Brother Arlan already challenges himself to the limit in that department. He runs 21,358 meters
Whoa.
around the space station every day. An eagle among wolves. Always so hard on himself.
That's a lot of running.
I think it must have something to do with the mind. He probably found a waterfall and asked Ms. March to lower the temperature to freezing point.
No way. Brother Arlan's trial wouldn't be as simple as just standing under a waterfall. I think he wants to learn fighting skills from Miss March.
Yeah.
They're not correct, but not wrong either. Arlan came to me to learn how to manage pressure from his boss, so I sent him to March. If he can manage her, then he has nothing to fear.
Yeah, bear among horse. That's pretty sadistic,
I think
Dad
Brother
Hung.
Don Hung is pretty smart.
Brother Arlan only has one weakness in his armor, but he won't ignore it. He's too awesome for that.
Arlan and I decided to switch our assignments. He went with March to investigate a suspicious crystal, and I've taken up his patrol. That's all. He gave me a pass for access across the space station while on patrol.
I found a broken ceiling tile. This mark? It must be from where Brother Arlan smashed it down.
Move aside. What kind of clue is that? This floor tile I found is way better. Look at the footprint. It's the right size, not to mention the angle of motion. This is proof of Brother Arlan in combat.
Here.
He said he read an anonymous handwritten journal in the space station. It contained 36 different strategies to do with managing pressure from one's boss.
Whoa.
It also contained some information on trial. Firstly, trial of the heart. One needs to acknowledge the pressure in one's heart, and only then can one face it. Secondly, trial of the mirror. Like a mirror's reflection, one needs to personally experience the pressure others feel in a job in order to understand it. Lastly, trial of the self. One places oneself within that pressure to complete a transformation. I believe he came to me to complete the trial of the mirror. No? He didn't say, and I didn't ask.
Brother Arlan doesn't need a reason to improve himself. Ugh, you don't understand him at all.
Brother Arlan is a fierce fighter with an eye for detail. If you don't understand his reason for doing things, maybe that's because you're too zoomed in.
He's just staying ahead of the game is all. He's the space station's cold-hearted hawk. The security department's alpha wolf.
If you want to find Arlan, just contact March.
Job, Arlan. I'm sorry.
Give him a whole bunch of pressure. Let's look at the clues.
I need to feel the pressure he's feeling so I can understand what it's all about. Oh, there's a photo of Pep. I got Arlan to look after Peppy because I thought they got along, but was that giving him too much extra pressure?
Doubt it.
Maybe he printed out Peppy's picture as a way of forcing himself to remember his responsibility. Look how smashed up the ceiling tile is. Arlan must have bottled up his frustration and had no way of releasing it, so he took it out on the monsters. It's Arlan's shoe size, all right. And this actually came from a pair. Maybe even these shoes are painful shackles for him.
Oh my word,
Yeah.
I don't think any of this is
I need
correct.
to find Arlan quickly. I need to apologize to him in person. Peppy, let's get going.
Peppy. Has someone seen Peppy? I've lost my Peppy. Peppy, why are you going this way?
So Peppy can locate more. There's someone next to the railway platform. Could she be?
I have a feeling we're on the right track.
I'll check the data when I get back.
Who's that? What the heck?
Hello.
Oh,
I hope I didn't start
wrong
you.
me. I think this is from a different
This is a work habit of mine.
line.
Using touch to open my senses and letting the details of your biological existence flood into my brain helps me understand your construction as a living organism. Such
This
is
is
the
from a
basis
different
of
one.
deconstruction and reconstruction. Do not be concerned. You are very healthy. In fact, impeccably so. A perfect experimental specimen. I like perfect experimental specimens.
Here's some cake on your mouth.
Oh, really?
Not anymore, but it was there.
I expect the views here had me lost in thought. I don't usually go in and out of the space station, and only discovered today that it was blessed with such calm, open views. It is a wonderful fit for the sweet fragrance of lotus leaves, plum blossoms, sticky rice, and frosting sugar.
That actually sounds kind of
Come
good.
here. Look, the blue planet is directly below us. It is so full of life. This dessert is very delicious. Here, take half.
Kind of like her.
Delicious desserts remind people of how flowers look when they bloom. Ingest this dessert one bite at a time, and the sweetness will linger in your mouth. I hope you like it too.
There's a very weird character there. We gotta go back to fighting Arlan.
So, what do you think? I can certainly prepare more for you. It's become somewhat of a tradition to bring strawberry pastries when I visit Stephen Lloyd. His attendance seems quite dependent on them. An outstanding dessert. 10 grams of cubed sugar, 1 dried and salt-preserved plum blossom. Baking and cooking are the same as nurturing a universe. The heat must be controlled, planning must be meticulous, and one must not panic, no matter what happens. Unfortunately, there are still too many people in the space station. The clamor is not fitting for desserts. By the way, do you remember what my research is about?
Nurturing life forms.
No. My research area is short stories about toilets. What's going on? What am I...
I see. What a cute hobby.
Short stories about
But
toilets.
remember, the next time something like this happens, it's crucial to mask your expression until you've ascertained the situation. If not, you'll be full of weaknesses that others can see through. Let's try again. Now, what else would you like to ask?
What did you
The
do to
dessert
me?
was tasty. I would like more. Why can't I say what I want to say?
You have quite the appetite. All right, I'll give you the recipe.
Very pretty character.
Come and have a walk
She's a
with
5
me.
star, so I was
A stroll is
rougher
the
to get.
most appropriate post-dessert activity. As the masses depart, there's an enveloping calm here, just like in the no man's land I've ventured to in the past. Can you imagine a completely lifeless world?
No.
From there, you can glimpse the stars that lie at the very edge of the horizon. Following its celestial trajectory, the Great Teal Star illuminates an endless sea of white across both the sky and land. My mother and I navigated calm glaciers, looking for signs of life on that world, and encountered many bizarre phenomena.
What mission is this? I think it's this one. Crown of the Mundane and Divine.
It's like finding the single correct piece in a mountain of jigsaw pieces. The process was convoluted and unimaginably difficult, but it was touching and enthralling as well.
Sewing up the teddy bears you keep shooting.
Then, whenever I come across a familiar scene, I find myself pausing to take it all in.
Hey, we found March.
What a cute doggy! Oh, you're here too.
Oh, ouch.
He
Where's
was,
Arlan?
but not anymore. He wanted to go investigating on his own, so I let him. He kept harping on about Don Hung being a true warrior or something. Oh, he did say that completing an assignment with me would help him complete the final trial. It felt like he learned a lot from me. Then again, everyone has a lot to learn from me. We were
where were you?
investigating suspicious crystals together, but he said it was all pointless if he couldn't transform himself. I could tell he was giving himself a lot of pressure, so I gave him a suggestion. I told him actions speak louder than words when you want to prove yourself. I was just thinking out loud, really. I had no idea what kind of trial he was doing. But when he heard that, he said Mr. Donhung was right. And then he just left. I took a photo of him. He was doing one of those tough guy walks. Come to think of it, maybe I shouldn't have left him alone. Take me with you if you're going after him.
Arlan's back. Where are we going now? Over here. Very interesting crystals.
That a Stellaron's internal fluctuations will cause a fragmentum to appear.
Okay.
Did Arlan? Hey, relax. I've seen plenty of Stellarons. It'll be fine. I hope Arlan is safe.
Isn't that him right there?
Lady Asta, you... Why are you all here? I've never seen anything like this before. It looks like some kind of new entity. It must have mutated after being corroded.
I've seen those many times. I beat on them many times.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Strike with heart. Pretty good crowd today. Let's rock. Time for a shot.
Oh, you got
No
broken.
interest in conflict.
Practice is up. Swords descend. Naughty child.
Nap time. Nap time always sounds good sometimes.
Fighting is meaningless.
Ready to lose your... You can fight it.
Or rock with it. My music conquereth all.
Bladed flight. This song's for you. Let's rock.
Time for...
Too late to repent. The truth of life. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
How many can you block?
Strike with heart.
Oh, you're covered.
Ready to jam. Time for swordplay. Bladed flight.
I've no interest in conflict.
A delicate operation.
Fighting is meaningless. The truth of life. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
A one-time enemy. Practice is up. Swords descend.
Keep up.
That'll take more than medicine. Nap time.
I've no interest in conflict.
Except I'm going to beat you up.
Ready to lose your... You can fight it.
Or rock.
With it. Strike with heart.
time. Let's rock.
I'm okay.
Bladed flight.
A delicate operation.
Are you okay, my lady? Arlan? Lady Asta? Why are you crying? Are you hurt?
I'm sorry.
Huh?
It's all my fault. I've been putting too much on your plate. That's why you looked up ways to manage the pressure. I honestly didn't realize that these things would bring you so much stress. I just want to say I'm sorry.
My lady, you didn't give me any pressure.
Arlan, you don't need to hide this from me any longer. She and I know all about the trials you're putting yourself through. If you can't forgive me right now, then I'll reflect further and find a way to prove that I'm willing to change.
But, my lady...
Firstly, your trial of the heart. You went to Professor Capote and asked him to simulate conversations with you so you could better understand your boss. And the evidence is... Firstly, your trial of the... And the evidence is... This handwritten fan reply card. This is your handwriting, Arlan. No need to explain. This is Professor Capote's autograph, all right. But you can't hide your handwriting. The way you join your letters is no different to your childhood diary entries.
Wait, you read his diary?
I did write this for Professor Capote.
You're head of the security department. You don't have anything to do with Professor Capote. Why did you suddenly start writing his reply cards for him, Don't go...
This evidence is a bit of a stretch. Do we have anything better?
Master Capote's life with... This transcript records what you asked Capote to help you with. Here, we can see a bossy manager and you being asked to do things outside of your job description. Clearly, Professor Capote is unlikely to master my speech or mannerisms anytime soon. I am the source of your...
My lady, I did speak to Professor Capote, and I did ask him some things. But they had nothing to do with you. I've never experienced any pressure with you.
Oh, Arlan, won't you accept my apology?
This is silly.
To show you more evidence. We know the essence of your trial of the heart, and we also know that you asked Dan Heng to help you complete the trial of the mirror. I'm so sorry, Arlan. Until I spoke with Dan Heng, I never realized how much pressure was on your shoulder.
Miss, I really don't...
Hold it. This ceiling top.
Sorry. I'll get it fixed later.
I know you can be tough, but you're not violent by nature, Arlan. Quite the opposite. Breaking a ceiling tile like this shows how much pressure and anger you were carrying around.
This interpretation is sounding a little odd. Do we have any other evidence?
This isn't just any old station pass, is it, huh? There's a very important photo on it. A photo of Peppy!
Lady Asta, I like Peppy a lot, so I,
No, Arlan. You don't need to find excuses for your actions. Maybe you've actually convinced yourself. The combination of your simulated conversations with Capote and the entry in your work log about playing a holodisc with Peppy, it points to one thing. Me getting you to look after Peppy is the greatest source of your stress. You even printed out a photo of Peppy and constantly remind yourself to look after him. I know exactly what message you're trying to drill into yourself by sticking this photo onto your pass. Arlan, Taking Peppy out to play is an assignment from lead researcher Asta. You better throw that hollow disc like it's a full-on discus. If you spare any effort, Lady Asta will find out and punish you terribly for all eternity.
What
My
the?
lady, don't you think that's a long thought to think? Lady Asta, please! I didn't do any of these trials because of you. I always try to complete every assignment you give me, regardless of whether it's within my job description. I really like taking Peppy out to play.
Asta, I don't think Arlan is upset with you.
And Arlan doesn't have any other bosses. Who else would it be? March, he asked to accompany you so he could learn how to manage his stress, right?
What? Arlan wanted to go on assignments just to experience stress?
Yeah.
Good thing I let him go alone. My calming influence would have ruined his training. Guess I made the right decision after all. What did he say? That I'm good at solving people's problems?
Arlan, all I want you to understand is how sincerely I'm reflecting on my actions. Please, accept my apology. But stop! Arlan, I understood the level of stress you're dealing with as soon as I saw this photo.
No clue.
Didn't I take that photo?
I'm always giving you tasks and assignments, but I never actually see how you take to the battlefield. When I saw this photo, when I saw you fighting alone, I'm just sorry that I gave you the stress of all my private affairs on top of an already stressful job. Please, forgive me, Arlan.
My lady, I'm very touched, but I started this trial because of Madame Herta.
What?
What?
Whenever she's back on the space station, Madame Herta assigns me things outside the security department remit. Even if I dared to refuse, I wouldn't know how. She's just too overbearing. Whether it's helping her test some new specimen or looking for ancient documents I've never even heard of. Assignments like those were okay before the invasion. But now, I need to focus on clearing out any last traces of the Legion.
Aha! So you're trying to learn how to reject Herta and then put it into practice.
Yes. I found an anonymous handwritten journal while I was cleaning up. It mentioned 36 different strategies for relieving pressure. That's where I read about the trials. Yes. There were detailed notes, so I wanted to give them a try.
Don't just read it.
I'm
I made Asta
sorry, my
worry.
lady. I didn't want to bother anyone, so I didn't mention it.
So, you don't feel pressured around me?
I've never felt pressured around you, my lady.
All right. It's all a misunderstanding. You two should reflect on your actions, right?
March. You need to use your brains more.
This is supposed to be a happy moment.
Don Hung was right.
You keep saying that. What did Don Hung even say?
Thank you for helping Lady Asta. And for coming to find me.
You're welcome. Although if you really want to thank me, let me play Hollow Disc with Peppy, please.
That was interesting. Arlan becoming a visitor on the Express. You may come across Arlan. Return to the Express. Peppy. Freestyle. This is very interesting. That's what you get for misreading things. Oh, Peppy's profile picture. Well, that's it for this video. It's rather interesting. Or Asta, I could kind of say. She didn't know what she was getting into and misread everything. which can happen when you don't talk sometimes. But thanks for coming along for this video. Definitely have more of these, what are they called? Character missions? Companion missions coming along. And we'll definitely start try and crank them out. But yeah. But we'll see you in the next one.